Hey guys, so second video in 2 weeks. That has to be some kind of record for me, but I have a really exciting one for you today. Maybe you saw my last vlog and saw all of the issues I had these past few months with my hardware. Maybe some of you don't know, but I just finished my degree in design this summer, and after that I started my small art business with a shop and also with commissions and all of that. I have a lot of cool projects planned for the next few months, and just about when I made that decision and I started my small business, basically all of my hardware started to give up on me. My computer was broken, the screen came like off, and also it didn't have any storage anymore. I tried to reset it and all of that, but it didn't like me editing any videos and Photoshop was not working. So I had to upgrade to a new computer, which you can see maybe here. And also some of you maybe saw on my Instagram, I lost a lot of my artworks this year due to Procreate not uploading my backup I had. I had to reset my tablet after the storage was completely full. I don't know if you have an iPad and no Apple, that's the word, that's the business. But after a while, if it makes some updates, you get like full storage that you can't delete anymore. So I couldn't use my iPad anymore because the storage was completely full with undeletable storage data stuff. So I made a backup. I was clever. I made a backup and I reset it, and it didn't upload my backup without crashing all the time. So I had to make the decision to reset it without the backup, and I never got it back. So I lost a lot of artworks, and some projects I had to start over. And it was a whole thing. I was heartbroken. I cried like for a whole day, and my boyfriend had to comfort me. So I was forced to upgrade, and due to the help of my lovely family and also some very lovely people on my Instagram community that donated to my Ko-fi, I was able to purchase a new computer, which was the first step. And the second step is now I used my iPad for the remaining time because it worked after the reset. Of course it did, but I don't trust it anymore, and it has its other issues. But yeah, I wasn't able to afford another iPad because they are very expensive. And we come to the savior and last minute, the hero of this video. XP Pen Germany was so kind to send me their Artist 10 pen display, the second generation, and they sent it to me for free. I will set up this bad boy in this video. I will do a little unboxing, setting it up, and I will draw something on it, and I will be honest about it, but I heard a lot of good things about XP Pen, and they made it possible for me to have a backup tablet that I could use for projects that I can rely on. And I'm very happy about it, and I think we will just start with the unboxing, and maybe my outfit gives you a little hint of what we will be drawing today, and it will be a little bit Christmas themed, so I hope you enjoyed, and I see you later. Bye. So let's just take a moment to appreciate how really pretty this packaging is. I know the packaging of something shouldn't be that important, but I really like if the colors are nice, and I enjoy this, I might say. This is my first unboxing here on YouTube, so don't expect much of me having actual good shots of it, but I tried. Here you can see me opening it. The package actually is very nicely done, so everything feels very secure when you open it. And you also have this little guy character on the tablet itself. It obviously comes with a stylus and also a little booklet where you have the instructions how to install it, as well as, of course, the cable that you need for it. I had some issues removing the packaging, so here you can see me clumsily removing it, but there's also this little foil on top of the surface, and that's always very nice and satisfying to remove, so I might say that. I also have to preface this video, this is not going to be a review from someone who knows tech or a lot of tablets. I will review this little tablet purely from the standpoint of an artist who wants to see if this is a good tablet to use. I mainly used the iPad until now, so this will be an interesting comparison. This little package comes with some extra goodies, of course the instructions how to install it, some extra tips. You also get a glove, of course, that you can use for the tablet. It's a little bit big for me, but I get that they have to do it in a way that it fits everyone, and I have very small hands. And you also get this little cloth to clean your surface. It has a very nice and smooth surface, I might say that. It's different from the iPad ones that's very like glass, but I like this. The cables that come with it are mainly USB, and you also get an HDMI cable that you have to set up with your computer. I had some issues in the beginning setting it up because I didn't realize that you have to put in the HDMI cable into your graphics card. But after I realized that, everything started to work really well. It was very easy to install. You just need the driver and then it works. If I could change anything about this video, I would not be using Photoshop again. It was the only program I had on my computer right now. I've been using Procreate for a few years now, so I didn't realize how different the workflow from Photoshop to Procreate would be, and I will definitely be looking into other graphics programs or drawing programs. I know that Clip Studio Paint is very popular, and I used Krita for a few months before I started using Procreate, so I will be looking into that. Maybe you at this point already get what I will be drawing. I thought, because I never used this tablet and the workflow is very different, that I would stick to my comfort zone and just do a portrait. That's usually something that I like to do if I want to do something easy, and this is going to be some kind of fan art. You probably already know it, but I will leave it up to the end of this video to actually address what I draw. On the tablet itself and also on the stylus, you have different buttons that you can program to have shortcuts for your workflow. I really didn't quite get right now how you do it. I have to look into that more, but I used the button on the stylus to use the eraser tool, and also I will be programming the buttons on the tablet itself to have some things like zooming in and out and changing the size of my brush. But most of the issues I had wasn't from the tablet itself, it was more the program that I've been using because I wasn't used to it. Also, the angle of this video will change in a bit, so you don't have to see my hand the whole time. You will get a better angle as soon as I get to the line art part of this drawing. So I'm sorry for that. For the next time I will be making sure that the angle is good from the beginning. The pen pressure of this tablet is actually really nice. I didn't have any problems with it using it. You can adjust it a little bit in the driver's menu. I think that's how you call it, right? The program that you use, the driver. You can change the pen pressure in there a little bit, but I just used the default mode because that was quite fine for me. The only thing I had sometimes is that the gap between the stylus and the cursor was sometimes a little bit hard to see, so you have to actually push something a little bit above what you saw. I hope that makes sense, because there was a gap between it, but that was basically the only minor negative thing that I realized I had with this. otherwise the workflow was quite nice. It's a nice little tablet that I can hook up to my computer, and I will definitely be using it a little bit more in the future, maybe even start streaming some things, because I feel like streaming from the iPad, especially if you have some problems and with it like I do, would be nicer with this tablet. But I have to say, in the near future, this might be a little bit too small to use. Sometimes it was a bit hard to read the text on the screen, and probably a tablet that's a little bit bigger would be nice. But for now, I really like it, and I was able to use it. And as you can see, I was able to get quite the nice little drawing out of it. And I will just have to practice a little bit more, because it's always, if you change your workflow, you always have to get into the flow of it, and it's normal to not be as good as you could be if you used another medium, if you want to say, for a long time. I have the same problem with my sketchbook. If I've been drawing on my iPad or digitally itself for a long time, I have some issues drawing in my sketchbook because the workflow is quite different. So that has nothing to do per se with this tablet as well. That's just me. I also realized that I am relying on the liquify tool for my drawings a bit too much. I have this thing where my drawings get very wonky to one side only, and I use liquify and Procreate a lot, but the liquify tool on Photoshop is not as intuitive and easy to use. I feel like maybe some of you see that differently, but I didn't really have fun using the liquify here. So I might say the drawing maybe in the end looked a little bit more wonky than I was happy with. But I'm still quite happy with how it turned out. And yeah, I think I can say this is going to be a little fan art of Wednesday Aadams. I don't think she will be or would be the biggest fan of Christmas, but I feel like she would tolerate it for maybe Enid or the friends she had. And if she was able to wear a black Santa hat, that would be fine for her. And maybe she's a fan of Nightmare Before Christmas, who knows? Or it's too corny for her, that could be true as well. But I wanted to do something Christmas themed, and because I just saw Wednesday and I really liked the show, I thought I might just combine this in a little sketch illustration. This is not going to be colored, it's just black and white, but if I need my comfort zone drawing, I like to stick to black and white. I will leave you with the drawing footage for a while. I hope I gave this tablet a nice enough review for you to decide if this is something for you. I can definitely recommend it if you only have a small budget for a display tablet. If this would have been my very first one, I think I would have loved it to bits. I really like it right now, but I think I will switch between my iPad and this one, and hopefully I can get myself an XP pen, that tablet that's a bit bigger in the future. But I definitely would stick to XP pen right now, because I really like the quality of this, even though this is very small and a smaller budget tablet. Okay, that's been it. I will leave you with the footage and tune back in at the end of it to wrap this whole thing up. I hope you enjoy, and I see you later. thank you again to XP Pen Germany for sending me this lovely little tablet that I could use for this drawing. And for now, I wish you all a Merry Woe Christmas, and I hope you enjoy your holidays and maybe some time with your family. I hope you have a great start to your new year, and I will see you next time. Bye!